Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you all are fine. I feel happy about your prodigious cooperation for the classes. We thank the parents, those who are all supporting us. Shall we go to the today's class? Yes. Here we go. Dear children, today's session we are going to see Roman numerals. What is Roman numerals? One of the letters used by the ancient Romans to represent numbers are called Roman numbers. Instead of numbers, they used some letters for denoting that we are called Roman numerals. Why do we need Roman numerals? It provides a new representation of numbers. Writing a number as a Roman numeral is just another way to show various forms can look different but be equal. Yes. Today also we are using Roman numerals for so many things. Have you seen Roman numerals in our daily life? Yes. In our class sections, clock, coins, book volumes, so many places we can see. Roman numeral is used in mentioning number of chapters, number of issues of magazine, denoting section of a class, denoting ranks in the class, etc. Roman numbers do not have zero and the concept of place values. Yes. Roman numerals. Yes, dear children, are familiar with the Roman numerals? IVX. I represents 1, V represents 5, X represents 10. Then the remaining 4 are LCDM. L represents 50, C represents 100, D represents 500 and M represents thousands. Have you understood, children? Yes. You last 4 you just have it in your mind like this. LCDM. Then L represents 50, C represents 100, D represents 500, M represents thousands. Have you understood, children? Yes. Dear children, Roman numeral have 4 rules. Shall we see the first rule now? Yes. Repetition of certain symbols means addition. Only X, I, C and M can be repeated. V, L and D are never repeated. Yes, V represents 5, L represents 50, D represents 500. These 3 Roman numerals never repeated. No symbol is repeated more than 3 times. More than 3 times, no symbol is repeated. For example, how do you write this? I represents 1, so 1 plus 1 plus 1, so 3. Repetition of certain symbol means addition. Here I is repeating 3 times. I represents the value of 1. So plus 1 plus 1 you got 3. Now X represents 10. 10 plus 10 plus 10. So you get 30. Now C represents 100. So 100 plus 100 plus 100, 300. Have you understood, children? Yes. Rule 2. A smaller symbol written to the right of a larger symbol is always added to the larger symbol. A smaller symbol written to the right of a larger symbol is always added to the larger symbol. For example, VII. You know well, V represents 5 plus I represents 1. So 1 plus 1, 2. 5 plus 2, 7. Yes. Now LX. What is the value of L? L represents 50. L represents 50. X represents 10. So 50 plus 10, what will you get? 60. 50 plus 10, 60. Now CLX. What is the value of C? 100. What is the value of L? 50. X 10. So what will you get? 160. Have you understood, children? Yes. Rule 3. A smaller symbol written to the left of the larger symbol is always subtracted from the larger symbol. A smaller symbol written to the left of the larger symbol is always subtracted from the larger symbol. Yes, V, L and D are never subtracted. V, L and D are never subtracted. You already see about this one more word. V, L and D are never repeated. V, L and D are never repeated. Yes. I can be subtracted from V and X only. I can be subtracted from V and X only. X can be subtracted from L, M and C only. X can be subtracted from L, M and C only. C can be subtracted from D and M only. C can be subtracted from D and M only. Yes, for example, see here I, V. You know well, V represents 5. I represents 1. So we get 4 like this. X, L. L represents 50. L represents 50, X represents 10. So 50 minus 10, you got 40. Now C, D. You know well, D represents 500, C represents 100. So 500 minus 100, you get 400. Have you understood, children? Yes. Now we are going to see the rule number 4. Yes. When a smaller symbol is placed between two larger symbols, it is always subtracted from the larger symbol immediately following it. When a smaller symbol is placed between two larger symbols, it is always subtracted from the larger symbol immediately following it. Shall we see the example? Then you can understand easily. See here, X, I, V. See here, I is a small symbol that is placed between two larger symbols. So what shall we do? We have to subtract the I from the immediately following its symbol. So X represents 10 plus IV. V represents 5. 5 minus 1 you get 4. So 10 plus 4 you get 14. Next, CXC. CXC. See here, X is between C's. So, you know well, C represents 100. The end of the C also, C we have to write 100. So, what shall we do? We just subtract 10 from that 100. So, 100 plus 100 minus 10, you get 90. So, 100 plus 90 is equal to 190. Have you understood, children? Yes. Yes. 40 plus 9, 49. See the next problem. X, X, V, I. X represents 10. So 10 plus 10 plus V represents 5. 5 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, 8. So 10 plus 10, 20. 20 plus 8, 28. Have you understood, children? Yes.